Hey, so as I get ready to release myself all over the internet web, I am really trying to pin down the type of person that I can help. Like, which you can I help, right? And it's been a process. I just wanted to put out there the type of person that I can help, which really is any type of person. I am drawn more towards the ladies that are like in their upper 20s, early 30s, and kind of in a place where they're realizing that their life has continued on without them. Not necessarily that you're not living your life, but I think there comes a point in a woman's life that happens around 30 where spiritually and emotionally she wonders if where she is and what she's doing is this what it's going to be like. I don't think it has to be like this. What do I do to change it? I think that's kind of the mindset of a lot of women that like I was when I was 10-15 years ago when I was at that place. So I am really calling in the type of person who is searching and asking questions. And my job, my passion, my thing that I know I can do is point you in the direction of yourself, being the person who has the answers. So you have the questions, but you also have the answers, and I can help you access them. So the way that I think about it is that there's this boundary line between who you are, like the self that you've built out of your beliefs and ideas and stuff that your family has passed on to you, stuff that you think that you have to believe in or do or say, or it's just all those things. Not everything about ourselves is something that is common. A lot of it is individual, but it's that person. Like if somebody says, who am I? It's that answer that you give to them. So there's a body to that. I call that yourself. And then there's a body that extends a little bit further than that contains all the information of who you are, who you've been, who you're going to be as far as your dreams and what kind of potential you're reaching for in that quantum field, and what kind of leaps you've made already, and what kind of desires that you have to put out there. There's a boundary that is actually where those two bodies meet. And I don't think that we actually live in two separate places. I think we're always in that body, but I think our mind focuses more on the physical body of our physical self, because we're constantly perceiving the world through our beliefs and our ideas and what's going on and what we need to do and the rules and regulations and of reality, things like that. But that's just a way of seeing the world. That's not exactly what reality is. Reality has so many different layers. And my job, my specialty, what I am exquisite at doing is accessing that boundary that is between, I would say, the spiritual and the physical body. So the way that I actually visualize it is that body, that boundary between those two ways of thinking is kind of like made of eyes. So the eyes can either look through the spiritual body, or they can look through the physical body, and they can sometimes even look there. A lot of times they're looking through both bodies. You can see different levels of things. It's how you can see something physical and feel something spiritual at the same time. It's because our eyes, our inner eyes, the eyes of those bodies, they're doing their job. They're seeing, they're accessing the information. A lot of times, though, throughout our lives, like what people might call energy blocks, or like emotions being blocked, or whatever you want to call it, I think that the border, which is made of eyes, starts shutting portions of its eyes. So if it at one time was looking out at the world with an open eye, because of some sort of belief that one or the other body has that it can't maintain with the other body, the stronger one, it shuts its eyes and it stops looking through it at your life and at the people that are around you and at yourself. So I have this process that opens those eyes, and my process not only opens those eyes, but it channels what those eyes are seeing through your physical body, which once you write it, you can see with your physical eyes, which is connected to your brain and your mind, which then begins the process of changing your life. So I just want to put out there a little bit some of the ways that I can help you. The process that I have, that I'm creating my portal out of different aspects of our life that we use in order to interpret the world around us, or things that we strive for and want. I have really narrowed down some of the things that I can help you with. So one of those things is that I can definitely help you connect to yourself. I can take a person who feels very disconnected from who they are and who they're supposed to be and who they want to be, and connect them back to yourself. Like, I can connect you back to yourself. I can help you build that bridge, but that divide has created, so that you can walk between all of the different ways that you see the world in a way that heals you and your heart and your soul, in order for you to gain that independence and be who you really, really, really are inside, instead of feeling like you have to be who people are saying you have to be. So I can help you figure out how you specifically allow and open that connection to yourself so that it flows freely and without limitation. So there are a lot of different ways that we plug into ourselves, and there is no right way and there is no common way. There's a lot of ways that are taught, but that's only going to work for a handful of people. It's not going to work for everybody. And what I have found in teaching people how to write, and what I found in my own process of writing and doing this process my whole life, is that we all have our own unique way of self-awareing, and you have to really get there first before you can really kind of start flowing with your self-awareness. Because if you're trying to become self-aware through the permission slips that other people are giving you, like you can only become self-aware by silencing yourself and meditating, or you can only become self-aware by praying, or you can only become self-aware by, doing this or the other thing, that might be true for someone, but it might not be true for you. So one of the first things, obviously, that we do is we figure out your own unique way of self-awareing. And it's very important, because kind of opening that door in your body and in your mind just kind of lets a lot of stuff flow out. And then you'll figure out how you connect to yourself, what words, what paths you can walk down that will open up those connections for you. And then you will just start running, and you'll be able to figure out anything that you want about yourself. So I can also help you find the answers that you are searching for within your own body of information. So a lot of times we think that we need to read another book, or we need to talk to another person, or we need to find the right message in the Bible, or we need to find the right affirmation, or we need to do this or do that. And there isn't really anything ever that you have to do besides look within and find the answer that is already stored within you. So not only in your body, like the history and the future that exists, the whole history of consciousness and mind. So mind is one of my favorite subjects. It's one thing that I I'm obsessed with. I think it permeates everything. I think sometimes people call it consciousness. I do think consciousness is part of it. I think that's kind of like the eye part, the eyes that see, or the consciousness part. You need the depth of mind and the light of consciousness in order to create reality. The light of consciousness would be the information, and the depth of mind would be how it becomes dimensional, how something of information would stand up and become a realistic version of itself. That's more information than you need, and that's not what this video is about, but so I can help you find the answers that you're searching for within your own body of information. I don't think that you shouldn't ever go and seek advice from somebody or wisdom from another person or insight, because I think that is very important. We share those things between each other, and that's real and that's true. But I do think that what you are looking for, what any of us are looking for, does already reside and exist within us. It's not something, even in me making these packages, these portals, and selling them to you, I am not the answer. I am guiding you to the answers that are within you. I'm just giving you another way, another direction that you probably haven't had yet. So I'm not giving you any of the answers. I'm just drawing a different map for you, and you're taking different steps than you have taken before. So I think, like, for me personally, I have been motivated and inspired a lot by the books that I've read and the information that I've, taken in from other people. And what I learned from all that is that I really I needed to hear something. It's almost like I needed to hear something a certain amount of times before I realized that was something that was alive within me. Like, I didn't even need that person, because nobody has ever given me an answer. People have said things in a certain way that allowed me to access the answers that were within me, or the different way that I could think about something within me. So that's what I can help you do. So I want to help you. I can help you turn those answers that you're looking for in other books into your own books and into your own offerings, so that you can serve the answers to the world rather than looking for the answers.